Do you need talent in business to succeed, or can you just jump in and hope for the best? My name is Aleksander Vitkin, and in this video I'm going to share with you exactly why you don't need talent at all. So remember in high school and in primary school, they told you you are born with certain talents, and when you discover these talents inside, you're able to become successful using the talents. The talents will set you free. The talents are there to be found and to be invested for your success in the future. Some people have talents, other people don't have talents. Look at this boy over here. He's so successful because he had the talent for singing. Look at this person over here. He became an astronaut because he had talent for science. Well, I call that bullshit. Here's why. So I just spent 5 years working with people and helping them build a business. And we had guys from all possible backgrounds, all possible countries, every continent except for Antarctica in the program. And what we've noticed is we cannot predict who exactly will become successful. We can see some traits in people which accelerate their success and make it easier for them to learn, but we haven't seen such a thing as talents. It doesn't seem to be a real thing. And you know what? Science seems to be on my side in this, because every single book that I've read, when it comes to talents, when it comes to pre-existing skills, everyone agrees there seems to be no such thing. It's that people who don't understand how to learn a certain skill, they call it a talent the same way that people call things miracles when they don't understand science. They just don't know how to achieve a certain goal in business or in whatever you're doing, and they just call it a talent. They're like, well, I can't do that. It's just a talent. I don't have the talent for that. In reality, for me, I didn't know how to speak to people when I started my business. And I'm focused heavily on sales. I've been doing sales for over 10 years myself, and I couldn't speak to people. I couldn't pick up the phone and talk to a human being. I couldn't go over to their office, shake their hand, and then get a sale. I didn't know how to even shake their hand. I didn't know how to accept a drink when visiting someone at their office. So what I ended up doing was just going to people's offices and just stumbling over myself, trying to get myself to be good enough to get the sale somehow. And then eventually I figured out how to do these things through trial and error. Did I have a talent for sales? Absolutely not. Did I have a talent for talking to people? I can guarantee you I didn't. I was extremely socially inept. And I had to learn all these things. I had to go out and meet strangers for half a decade, even more, just to know how to deal with strangers. Because I thought I was this massive introvert, and for the rest of my life I'd be an introvert, but it turned out to be not true. Here's what is true. You can learn almost any skill, but you need to have the time and you need to have the intelligence, okay? Some people, they're smart enough to learn almost every skill in the world because the skill requires a certain level of intelligence. Let's say it requires a very high level of math. You cannot really do that unless you have that level of intelligence, okay? Now, for you, it doesn't really matter right now, right? Like, how smart are you? How do you judge how smart you are? How do I judge how smart I am? It's really hard to judge. So the best we can do is set the most difficult goal for ourselves, the most difficult skills we can learn, and then invest the next 2 to 5 years learning this skill. If it starts entering your brain, if you start learning it, and if it works, then keep going. If it's completely inaccessible in any way, shape, or form, pick an easier skill. I really believe it's that easy. There's also personality tests, although they've been discredited by many scientists, but they really help determine, in my opinion, what your predisposition is in terms of what you currently think you can do, okay? So you can take personality tests like DISC or Jung Typology, and it kind of tells you, here's how you think you currently are, and here's what you think you're currently probably good at. That's what the test seems to say. So if you take a test like that, both this test and the Jung Typology test, it'll give you some results about yourself to see what you're motivated by, what you're potentially good at, and then just focus on those types of things because it's likely you already have a pre-existing skill there. It's not really a talent, it's more like you've already spent time for example, in a sports team and you know how to work with people. So it makes sense that if you run a business and you worked with people, you would know how to do it. Or you were really good at performing and you're really good at standing in front of an audience and doing some magic tricks or singing or something like that. Well, guess what? That makes you well above average in terms of communication skills. And you can take those skills from being a performer, from being a singer or whatever, and you can turn it into business skills because some of it is transferable. I've also noticed lots of people who are extremely good at sports because they started at a young age and they exercised a lot and they really played in teams a lot. They're really good in business. I've also noticed people that are formerly from the military. They're very good in business. Does this mean they have, a talent for being in the military? Absolutely not. They just understand teamwork on a very deep level. So they were able to transfer that into business skills, which also require teamwork, which also require communication, and which also require you to think fast. And that's why a lot of people who don't even know how to use computers, they get into online business and stuff just works out. They just learn what it takes and they figure out stuff and they're smart enough so they become good at business and they have the discipline. So do I believe in talent, and is talent really that important for business? I don't think so. There doesn't seem to be any evidence whatsoever to indicate that it is. So if you've ever felt like you're not doing something that you want to do because of lack of talent or lack of skills, it's a matter of learning the skill, not being born with the talent. So here's what I want you to do next. I have a video that I've filmed a couple of weeks ago, and it's about how to build your own productivity process. Are you looking to learn skills and really be effective and focused? This is the currency right now. This is what people truly value: focus and ability to learn difficult skills. So I have a video for you. Click on it right here. It'll teach you not just how to become productive, but how to build your own productivity process. So click on the video right here, and if you'd like more videos and get notified when I upload them, click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and click on the video to continue watching.